Okay, welcome. Have you seen this video?
The opposition New Patriotic Party has served notice of challenging the Electoral Commission's decision to rerun the Ablekuma North parliamentary elections in 19 polling stations. The party maintains its candidates won the polls and that the EC lacks the legal mandate to call for such a rerun.
Initially, they said they will not contest.
Intimidated. And that no circumstance will not be coerced to go for a rerun. We will not go for any rerun.
They went for an injunction. It was rejected.
The High Court has dismissed the NPP's injunction application seeking to halt the July 11th election rerun in the Ablekuma North constituency. In an ex-party application, the party sought to restrain the Electoral Commission from proceeding with the rerun in 19 out of 281.
And then they contested.
So how far will the campaign?
People, you see the way. You see the way there.
So how far are you campaigning? What's the preparations ahead of tomorrow?
We are fully prepared. What prepared for? Tomorrow we are going for this contest, and in the first place.
Okay, so basically we've seen it. Fortunately for them, they lost. Now with this thing, does it look like there's really a breakdown in the leadership of the NPP, at least from the top to the bottom? Because we didn't see the leadership come out, but we saw parliamentary, it was a presidential candidates donating. Should I even say presidential candidate? Aspirant, right? For the NPP flag bearership, aspirant to the NPP flag bearership, donating towards that cause. Even though the party itself didn't come out to take a different stance that, okay, we said we will not rerun, but now we are going to rerun.
Yeah, I think generally we've heard it time and over about how they do have a problem in the party until the recent elections. That's kind of proved it all. That it seems that their leadership is having a challenge, and even some of their founding leaders have come out to say that things are not how it's supposed to be, and they would have to. You have to change some things to make sure that the party is put back into order. So yes, there looks like there's a breakdown in their leadership. And I think from what we heard, they may be having conversations about that. So hopefully we pray that it will get better.
Because yes, they are the biggest opposition. Every country needs a good opposition.
Yeah, but unfortunately, regardless of how much that breakdown is, the ups and downs, just for this it's not a by-election, it's a rerun
of some police stations.
Yeah. The press conferences are becoming a little bit too bad. I don't know if they sit down to plan it before they just get up and hold the press conference. I think that's their secretary. And you don't know what the contesting person's view is. And then you see aspirants coming out. You see, it's all over the place. So at least, even if a leadership breakdown, there are some things that they should just get straight.
But you see, when the head is not working, or the head has a problem, the whole body will be affected. The whole body. Because you could see they've also tried, they're also saying they will push their, what's the name? Their flag bearership elections to January instead of
maybe like a year or two.
So you could see there's confusion all over. Do you think that's one of the reasons why they keep on going down? Because if this is a stronghold of the NPP. NDC have never gotten 30,000 in that constituency. Since 96. Since the constituency was created.
I think it's very unfortunate that we experience violent activities within our political or within our politicking over the weekend. I mean, we expected that at least the weekend will be politically contesting.
But even this, we want to touch a bit on their leadership. Do you think losing this election and all that is a problem from their leadership?
Okay, I think that
or the governing from the former president.
I think that it will transcend from their it will transcend from their style of governance. A few months ago, problems in the last 8 years, and also, I mean, they couldn't work things out, and that's also what affected, the party as a whole. And I think that this shows how bad the party was 8 years ago, and it is still a very disorganized.
They're still struggling.
The internal fracas is still there. and you realize that after losing heavily, right, the first thing that should have been on their mind was to probably go into the boardroom and then find solutions to their defeat.
But technically, they told us that they went to the boardroom. That's the Makoko report.
But I think that the Makoko report is not detailed. It is still scanty to me because, I think I heard an MP saying that there are so many things that the Makoko report didn't write about or didn't come out. So if they are telling us that the Makoko report is really what we really want to go by. But anyway, I beg to differ about the Makoko report.
Anyway.
But I think that coming back to the North issue, I think that the party as a whole, from the top hierarchy, there is total division in the top hierarchy. So certainly those are the very mid-level of governance as far as the party is concerned. Also not doing, and also their foot soldiers or their grassroots will also suffer.
Okay.
And I think that also transcended to they losing the seats since 96.
Since 96.
Yeah.
And there were also violent clashes on the day. Let's take a look at it too. That's concerning how Akumsin and then the deputy national organizer of the party.
Let's go. Where's your car? Commander. Let's go. Let's go to your car.
This is serious, don't you think so? Irrespective of what the new patriotic party and its members have done in the past, is it not serious? All those there, if this man should have died, he should still be praying he doesn't die.
He didn't die.
Because mob action is something we should all speak against. Do you get it? Hadia, it's serious.
Yeah, but yes, it's serious. It's condemned. But I want to ask, what did you do?
No, as of now, no one really. You see, the fact of the matter is that probably he shouldn't be there. There are rumors that he even brought in men himself.
Yeah.
So the moment he came there, that actually triggered some emotions already. Now, but the thing is that whatever the case be, to be beaten in this manner, is it right? Because today, tomorrow it could be an innocent person who will suffer because of someone's action.
You see, if we condemn the act that it wasn't good, it is fair, and I'm sure every well-meaning person has condemned it.
Okay.
You see, those who have had other views before they even express that view, they condemn it. So the condemning is okay; it's done. We all accept. But the thing is that we also have to take into consideration that condemning the people who engaged in the mob action, they've done what they've done. But there are reasons why it's likely to happen. We don't even know which party members they were, but that's why there are measures put in place so that it won't happen. So why did it happen? Where the EC officials were there, security was there. So why should it happen? Why should it be left to us to have to think that which party members were there? Why should we just leave it at that level? Why should we leave the discussion there? They were security people. So we are continuing the discussion from what has happened in the recent government 8 years ago. And we are saying that these people should be better. But we are also taking it from what has happened before, because we've not provided justice for what has happened before. If we provided justice for what happened before, I doubt that we'll be talking about why is NDC also doing the same thing, why it should be condemned, because we know that justice is there. So you expect that the security, the first thing on our minds would be, where were the security people? Nobody will talk about party people. We talk about what the security
men were there. It was obvious they were outnumbered. So you could see they were preventing all those guys from entering the polling station. And then he was one of them at the gate.
If they
And
were
then all of a
preventing
sudden,
them, they shouldn't have entered.
then all of a
Not
sudden,
preventing them, and yet they still enter.
this at this point they didn't enter. So when they were trying to do that, they moved towards him. So the security was
absolutely poor.
So the security was actually still at the gate. They were still at the gate, preventing them from entering.
You see,
Do you get it?
we would come to how our concerns on. But you see, security was poor, as Mr. Black said. It's been poor for the last 2 consecutive for the 8 years we've seen. And these things have happened, these pockets of violence have happened, and there's been no justice for it. It's the same police. The police hasn't changed. The police hasn't changed. So you see, we keep on keeping the discussion at the party level, that is NDC and NPP, and we are getting the same results. Let's just leave NDC and NPP and deal with the security. And let the security do the right thing, bad thing. It's the same people. So we are still so we've left the discussion. You see, we keep on condemning it. The people are still doing it. We cannot determine what happens to those. If they are dead, yes, by now they would have been taken, I'm sure. But they are not dead. They will come again tomorrow, because some of these people may also be looking for their own justice, which was denied them in Ayahas and the others. We cannot leave that discussion, or we cannot think that having that discussion means that you're trying to play party politics, because then we are leaving all the necessary parties that should have made sure it didn't happen. The security, and those are the people first responsible. If you hold those people responsible, nobody would act.
Say Black.
Nobody would do this.
I think that your point is clearly made.
Well made in the latter part.
Yes, in the latter part, yes, about the security.
You see, when there is an election without security, we can't have a peaceful election.
Okay.
Right? And you see, party people surely come in. But I believe that, at a point, I kept asking myself a question that, do we still need police security at our elections? There's no need to even involve the military.
There's no need.
Because, the police is just like, like an internal security for. It is when it gets to
worse beyond. Yes, when the police even needs a little help.
But you ask yourself that, in our current days, at this very time where we've had a lot of elections, having the police learned a lot about poor security, right? Poor security. I just said, in the last 2 elections, we've had the same thing. What happened at Ayawaso West was absolutely disastrous. And still, we've not even come out with any proper reports or any proper findings.
But they said they were from, not even from the police, mainly from the national security. The police was involved anyway.
And that is like they were acting on the government authority.
Has the police side. The national security is made up of all the security agencies. So are we saying that? But we did see policemen. Those who attacked John and Co were all policemen who attacked them. So you see, I think that security has been poor, and if that be the case, you see, there must be a need, or probably it is about time the police is given maybe absolute power to operate.
Absolute power.
As deal with party members who come there to misbehave. Are you getting my point? Yes, because you see, look at the man who was beaten, right? You could see that the policemen were there, and the policemen were just looking on. What happened? And also, you see,
it's not as if I'm trying to defend the police in that case, but to be fair, you realize that, you see, if the police should have moved in immediately, they would have left the gate, because they were few.
But you see,
and then
the police station is a place where you come to cast your vote.
Yeah, I'm coming. If you come to the police station, if the police are manning the police station, and then you come to the police station, the entrance of the police station, and start misbehaving, you don't expect the police officers...
Simply because the police officers probably maybe didn't act in the way that they should have.
They didn't allow... No,
if there were rules of engagement, probably they would have read the rules and know that if you do this, if you go beyond this...
I'm just saying that you get to the police station. We are manning the gate.
Yeah.
We are preventing you from entering. You are not going to enter. And then you move away from us, and then you start fighting amongst yourself. Is it right for us to just move from the gate? It could be a decoy. It could be a plan that the moment you move from the gate, you enter. Because I don't know who you belong to. I don't know who sent you. It could be a plan between the two of you. So they need to observe before they engage.
They observed for quite
I'm coming on. It could be they observed for quite too long, but they can't just move in like that.
And it's also wrong if we say that they're only at the gates, because for what has happened over time, they should have known that the pockets of violence will be
But what I'm saying is that this was proud. This was after Adia. What's the name? How Akumsi's issue.
This was
after How Akumsi's issue.
So even
so this guy wanted to
from what
no. It's at the same instance. What happened was that those inside, those people entered and did what they did to How Akumsi, and then they were made to come out.
So
I'm coming.
Security.
Yeah, I'm coming. And I'm coming. They were made to come out, and then the police decided to stand at the gate and prevent anyone from entering. And then this guy came and said, "Okay, let me go inside and speak to him," because at that point they have taken our pussy to one classroom, and they were keeping her there. And then they prevented this guy from entering, and they prevented all the other guys from also entering. And then he started fighting there.
So if the people did what they did to her Akumsi even before this happened, why do they just bring them out and let them move?
Exactly.
And detain them
Exactly.
They can't. They are not. They can't just leave. They can't just leave the police station and then.
So they can't. There's no hotline to come and gather them and put them down. It's just not an excuse. But
I'm getting you, but
you see, the police commander, or probably who was leading the team of police, right? The team of police officers, right? Should have known the number of people who come and cast their vote. So if the people are 2,000, probably police officers should have been maybe 2,500.
Because at the beginning, at the station, there was a small.
Exactly.
And they were asking that what plans, and he said that if there's a need, depending on how it goes, if there's a need, they'll call for more reinforcements.
Should there be a need before? Should there be a need before? No, you see, you should always prepare ahead of the people.
Let's be fair.
Yeah.
This is not a national election. This is not the whole Ghana.
But in
This is not the whole Ghana.
It's parliamentary, but still
I'm coming. This is not the whole Ghana.
Yeah.
This is just 19 polling stations, and then we had about 200 police officers deployed to the 19 police stations.
But the number of people come there.
Yeah, I'm coming. We can't deploy one per one police.
Sometimes.
We don't.
Sometimes.
No.
You see.
Let's be fair to our resources. We can't. No. Say like I'm coming.
This is an election that transpired probably
for
how long? 12 good hours or 16 good hours. Where, you see, we should have learned from our previous incidents.
We can't deploy each person to a police officer. It can't work like that. Not just in Ghana, even in the foreign countries. You can't deploy.
But if you have a day and you deploy 2,000
so then something happens in your area, then what happens?
That's why we have other security activities. At all times, the police need to be on their best.
That's what I'm saying. That listen,
justice denied. They have shown over time that they cannot.
I get you.
So the crowd have come among the people you are seeing. I'm
trying to get.
We have immigration officers, fire service officers.
I'm trying to make a point. I'm trying to make a point that I get your point. I'm not saying what you're saying is out of context. Yeah. All I'm saying is that on a day, it was just this police station that had this issue. The rest were all peaceful. All of them were peaceful.
No.
This was it was just this police station.
Okay.
It was just this police station.
But probably other places.
No.
A bit of maybe
they dealt with it. I'm telling you, they dealt with it. No. It was just this police station. Let's be fair. It was just this police station.
There were minor
There were minor ones like the police slapping the journalist.
Yes.
Immediately what happened? They brought in a statement and interdicted him and took him off immediately.
Exactly. That's the Adenta police commander.
Immediately. And I'm telling you that what I'm saying from my point of view, I've watched the video from all sides, and I'm saying that the police were working per what has just happened. That if they leave the gates,
they will
total chaos. And they were probably calling for reinforcement. But we just can't move into them when they are fighting outside the police station. Their jurisdiction was protect the ballot. I'm coming up.
Yeah.
If they should have left the ballot to go to these people, and then probably people enter and then mess up the ballot, we will say that why were you taken there? Were you taken there because some people have come to misbehave outside the police station?
To ask.
Yeah, you understand me? Some people have come to misbehave outside the police stations because their main purpose there was to protect the ballot. See, we are here because the election was held well. No ballot paper, no ballot balls were snatched, right?
No papers were tampered.
No papers were tampered with. It was counted fairly, and then the winner was declared peacefully. So if they should have concentrated on all guys coming in to do all their things, then we leave and go to probably reinforcement would have helped. Fair enough.
Very good.
But those people are assigned to protect the ballot. Their main purpose was to protect the ballot. So if you come and then you're fighting outside the polling station, you don't expect us to leave our post, all of us, to come and engage you. You came to mess yourself up. In the first place, you are not supposed to be there. All those people you see there are not members, are not even constituents of those polling stations.
Then let's leave them.
No. So that's my point.
You see,
so that's
Somebody can die. They don't do with it.
Exactly. So that's my point with that's my discussion. So it shouldn't have been there.
But you see, the thing that I think that we must maybe, reenact voting rules.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because you see, if I vote in Ablekuma West, right, and maybe I am a faithful of NDC, right, and there is another maybe there is a rerun at Ablekuma.
I don't have any power there.
Why should I go there?
Why should I go there?
Right.
So you get my point.
Don't you have continuity seconds over there?
In fact, what Haji has said and what you are saying, it's clear. We should check the police instead of looking at it from NDC NPP point of view. Last time someone was saying that the police need to be well equipped. Probably they are not well equipped, and that could also be one of these things.
You see, the police have been manipulated too long.
No, you see, not about being manipulated. You see, I think that one, you ask yourself that are they not educated on voting, especially when it comes to security at voting or at polling stations? But you see,
because if the reason why I see
the level of you see security, something happens and then you want to take charge.
But
it's deep.
The reason why
we're talking about reinforcement, and I was saying that you see, I didn't see only police officers though. I saw other security officers there. So in a situation where they can't maybe reinforce, why don't they talk to the other security officers for them to also come and help them, because they are security men.
It's all part of reinforcement.
You see, there are some excerpts of the videos that you see, and you will not need an expert to say the police is just looking as if he's one of the civilians trying to see what happens. Then of course,
that's what I'm telling you, that the whole point is that if you've been given a main, like the way they actually manned the 2024 election, our job is to protect the ballot and to maintain security inside the police station. So when a thing is happening there, we can maintain security. But what happens outside is none of our business.
And that's the police excuse to give. That's fine. We can accept that.
You see, we also have party security people.
Yes, who are also supposed to protect the ballot.
No, party security people are not even supposed to be there. We don't need party security.
No. You see, the thing is that
we only need the polling agents.
You see, we live in Ghana where people still come. I was at Datus, right, as a ballot issuer, right? That's just ended the election after our last year's election, right? And security men, I'm talking about party security people, right? They were not in uniform. They came there.
They'll be around.
Yeah, they came there and they were like, you better do the right thing. NPP also came there, and it's also like, you see what I'm saying? See, the thing is that they come there, and then because of the rapport they have with the police officers, right? Where I was, we had two female police officers, so, and there was a little misunderstanding between party faithfuls, to the extent that someone even nearly kicked the boss.
So you see what you are saying. You see what you are saying. They came there. Yes. They had a rapport with the police officers.
But
I'm coming.
They should be professional.
I'm coming.
In times like this, do not even go and engage in any conversation with the party people.
No, you come there, do the job.
Whoever misbehave, deal with the person accordingly.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
I think.
Other than that, next 4 years we'll still come back here talking about the same issue.
So Black, from what you are saying, I'm picking the thing from what you are saying right now.
Yeah.
That there are party people who come to see that everything is going on, right? Yeah. And then they have a rapport with the police officers.
Yes.
Clearly. So if you come there and then you start misbehaving there, they can move you out. But when you start misbehaving outside the police station, most of them will not come out. The police officers will not come out to go and come in.
But you see, it's outside to inside.
No, I'm coming.
Sometimes.
Say Black, wait, I'm coming. If the police officers leave the police station,
and
then they come to you outside, the whole election is mad. It's finished.
But I'm
coming. If they leave, see, you can't expect about 4 guys of this macho men, even if you have a pistol as a police officer, to be able to deal with them. And even if you shoot them there, you'll be in trouble as a police officer.
But you see,
your main job is to protect the ballot. Your main job is to make sure the election is free and fair. Your main job is to make sure the election is concluded fruitfully. So if you come outside the police station and you are slapping each other, and then we have the advantage to, we can come out to stop you, but we'll not just engage and move to start slapping each other. So that's what you, let me just explain my point and just conclude on that so we move on. All I'm saying is that I'm not speaking against what you guys are saying, but I'm just saying that the police is there to protect the ballot. The police is there to make sure the election is free and fair. The police is there to make sure the police station is free, is actually peaceful enough for people to come and cast their ballot. So if you come to outside the police station and then you are fighting and beating each other, you don't expect all the police officers there to come. And if you are about 50 here and one police officer come to speak to you, you don't expect him to be immediately strong enough to stop you from fighting. So what I'm saying is that to be fair to the police, the election was fair. It ended up peacefully. Throughout the police stations, I think it was just about 2 police stations where we had incidents. Violence. And then this was the main place. And it was the main place because there was a particular individual who came there and started an issue.
Caused the whole chaos.
And caused the whole chaos. So to be fair to the police, personally, I think if 2024 election was peaceful enough, no one really had any issue. Did anyone die in the flames? Apart from how Akumsi's...
People died. No. Maybe Techiman. Did you hear of it?
The Techiman one, I think too, and then how Akumsi's the organizer...
I think for Techiman, I think we're told they were, or they are more than 5. You see, we shouldn't wait for a life to be lost before we come in, and then you see.
So, like you said, there should be rules. There should be rules. There should be rules that if you are not part, then you can come.
100%, well, it will still come up that the police, because if they had dealt with How Akumsin's issue the last time, people will not try to stop How Akumsin because they are sure that once you are there, How Akumsin will be able to win.
Moreover, what was she doing over there? Moreover, what should she doing over there?
Let's look at
somehow represent the people who took. What are you doing at
Ablekuma? They are going to wait for you to take action. Let's
watch How Akumsin's video.
And the police.
Let's watch How Akumsin's video. Let's watch How Akumsi's video.
100%, they are still wrong. It's unfortunate.
People call it.
No, they are still wrong. Even allowing How Akumsi to come in with a pepper spray. That one is
exactly.
Let me see.
So there is no smoke without fire.
All the wrong she's done, and then they can't
something will trigger people's actions.
You want to get another election? You come.
So that's How Akumsi's video.
And you realize that when Hawa arrived, a lot of people trooped into the police center because probably she was a main target.
No, and even yes, probably she was the main target.
She was a main target.
And there was even an issue that
previous incident.
Yes, there was even a comment that they themselves have offended their food suit, those people who used to do those things. So see, yes, watch it. You see, she sprayed the thing. So some of the
police officers were looking on.
The policeman saved him.
Can you see the immigration officers? Immigration officers about police house he's doing. He's just walking. The
immigration officer.
He's just even walking. When they pay reinforcement,
You see, we got to a place where police know what's happening is wrong, and somehow their hands are just tied. So they allow the civilians somehow to act a little because it's not normal. The police know what is happening is wrong. Some of them, I think,